Howdy folks, today's video is my April reading wrap up. I am very happy with the books I read this month. I read 5 books and I listened to like 3 or 2 audiobooks. So for audiobooks it wasn't great, but for books this was a pretty great month. The first book, which one was the first book? Yes. I started the month out reading Scorpia. This is by Anthony Horowitz. It's part of the Alex Rider series. It's a mystery action-packed book of this 14-year-old boy who's working for MI6, but in this one it's a little different. It's about Scorpia, which is the evil organization, and things go down and it's really good. I love this series for just a fun, action-packed, light, easy read. The next book I read after that is The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. This is the same author of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and this is a YA mystery thriller. It was a little bit long, but and this one was like a 4.5 stars. It was really good. This one I rated like also 4.5, I'm pretty sure, because it was super good, but it wasn't a 5-star because it's just a little bit too long and there's a bit of swearing, and we don't need that, but like it was a really good mystery. The beginning, it took a little bit to get into, but once you get like halfway through, things start to pick up, and the ending is just crazy, and it was really good. I did guess one thing, but I didn't know how they were gonna make it work, so I really liked it. This is about Belle, the main character. She's 18, and 16 years ago her mom disappeared while she was in the car, so she was like 2, and she was just in the car when the police found her on the side of the road, and her mom was gone she didn't take anything with her, so they don't think she ran away, but they think that she was killed, and then she obviously reappears. So we go through all that, and like, can we trust her? Do we know if she's actually telling the truth? All that kind of stuff. This was a very good book. Holly Jackson knows how to write a mystery. The next book I picked up was The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer. I think that's how you say it. This is a I don't know. It's like a new adult, maybe? I'm not sure. But this is about Lucy Hart, who, as a kid, she ran away to this clock island to meet an author of a children's book author. And she stopped writing for like 5 years now. This is in the future. She was 13 when she ran away. This is like she's 23 or something. I'm not sure how old she actually was, but she's like a teacher's aide, and she's working with this boy who she really likes and she really wants to adopt because he's in foster care and she wants to give him a better home, but she doesn't have enough money to support him and all that stuff. And this author says he's writing a new book after 5 years of not writing a book. I think maybe it was more, I'm not sure. And he says that a couple people can compete, and Lucy happens to be one of them, and she tries to win this book, and it was a great story. This I actually gave 5 stars. This was my first 5-star of the month after 4 months of reading. And I really enjoyed it. It was just so awesome, and there was a little bit of romance, which was fun. Romance as a side plot is always a nice thing. So yeah, I really like this one. It had the right amount of like almost like magic, but not. It was just fun. Okay, that's all I have to say. Then I picked up Harry Potter, which I've read this before and I already had read half of it, but I wanted to read it again, and I'm gonna film a reading vlog of the whole series. But I don't know when that'll be out because I've only just read the first one. And I'm gonna do 2 books per video. So, yeah. This one, of course, 5-star because I just love Harry Potter, and no matter what I read, no matter which one I read, I mean, it's always gonna be 5-star just because I grew up with this and I've read all the books and watched all the movies several times, so it's amazing. It's a magical... It's about witches and wizards, but it's not like culty. So if you're afraid that it's like somebody's gonna do magic, it's not the same. This is about a kid who... This is so weird. I've never had to explain Harry Potter before because it's so popular. A kid... You know what? I can't explain this. It's Harry Potter. Everybody should know what it is. And if you don't, I feel sorry for you because it's amazing. So next, I read the next book in Alex Rider, Archangel. This one wasn't as good, but it was still enjoyable, and I had a fun time reading it. It was a little loony, honestly. It was just kind of weird, but it was still really good, and yeah, I enjoyed this. I think this one's probably a 3 or 3.5 stars. Just saying. And for the audiobooks I listened to, is Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walter, which I gave 4 stars. This is a little romance. It's got slightly heavier topics because somebody died, and this is like them going, or the family going back to the island, I think it's an island, whatever, for the first time after somebody died, and they're trying to figure that out, and there's a little bit of romance. It is YA, but I didn't love all of the romance parts of it, but overall the story was good. And then I listened to Things You Save in a Fire by Catherine Center. It's a romance book, but Catherine Center likes to have like heavier topics as well. So her mom is sick, so she leaves her life behind to go live with her mom, and she's a firefighter, so that's interesting. And it's a fun love story. There's a little bit of, I mean, it's like adult romance, so I would suggest older people read it more than younger. But I really enjoy Catherine Center's writing, so I listened to it. And that one I gave a 4 stars as well. So pretty much the average rating for this month was 4, or it was like 1 3.5 or 3 star, and then the rest were like 4 to 4.5. So it was a pretty good month. Oh, and I had the 1 5-star. I just love this book. It was so good. It was just, I love the writing. It was wonderful. Yeah. Hopefully May can have as much reading as April or more. I'd love it if I read 6 or 7 books in April, or in May, but you know, life happens. Oh, and the one more thing. I keep forgetting to tell you about this book because I read it in like February or something. I don't know. And then I forgot to add it to my wrap up. I don't know. So it's Betting on You by Lynn Painter. This is a YA romance or rom-com, and it was so good. I love Lynn Painter's YA books. They're just so amazing. So these 2 kids meet on a plane, and I think they have divorced parents, so they're going to one of their parents on the plane. And then a couple years later, they randomly meet, and the guy has a girlfriend, and he's asking her to prom. And then, oh, and I think the main girl had a boyfriend at this point. And then a couple years later, they're both single, probably. And they meet at their job. Like, they both got a new job, and they got the same job. And it's just a fun rom-com. I love Lynn Painter's rom-coms, especially YA, because they're just amazing, and there's no spice, and it's all just a fun, wholesome little romance. And that is all the books I read in April. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers!